1-1? Do you know what Wisconsin looks like?
All right, hold on, let me think. I'm going to say it looks like this.
No, this is not Wisconsin.
And you're locked into another episode of the Anilujah podcast, making that intersection between faith and animation and delivering those redundant analogies you've come to know and love. My name is Josh, and today I'm talking about one of the most emotionally rich animated series that I've seen in quite some time. I'm, of course, talking about Infinity Train, specifically Book 1, as that's the only season I've seen so far, but I do intend to watch the other 3 seasons of the show. Now, please be advised, in this video, it will contain spoilers for Season 1. When I say emotionally rich, this series certainly delivers. For a season that is rated TVY 7, I was not expecting it to target my heartstrings as much as it did. Now, Infinity Train came out of Cartoon Network, the same network that gives Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and Over the Garden Wall, which are all great series. And those shows weren't afraid to go deep. But this one, it's special. With Infinity Train, it's not just about adventure, it's about healing. The story follows Tulip, a 13-year-old girl dealing with the fallout of her parents' divorce. After a blow with her mom about not being taken to a coding camp, Tulip decides to make her own way there, but she ends up on this mysterious train where each train car is a different world and a different challenge. But the real journey is what's happening inside a Tulip. When Tulip arrives on the train, she befriends a robot named 1-1 and later a corgi named Atticus. They each help her through her journey to get back home. Both characters offer comic relief, yes, but they're also very powerful side characters that offer guidance and support to Tulip. As we go through Book 1, we see that each train car reflects something that Tulip needs to face emotionally. There's one filled with talking corgis, where Atticus is from, and another that tempts Tulip to stay in her memories instead of moving forward. Now, each breakthrough that Tulip has brings her one step closer to getting off the train. The first thing that we notice when Tulip steps into another room on the train is that she has a neon number imprinted on her hand with a high value. Now, at first, I was thinking that this is a number that represents her worth or something of that nature. Another thought I had is perhaps this is how many achievements or good deeds that she must do to escape the train. But the glowing number on Tulip's hand isn't either of those things. It's also not a countdown or a sci-fi gimmick. It's a mirror, a constant shifting reflection of her inner state, her pain, her resistance, her willingness to grow. At first, she treats it like an obstacle, something to beat or hack. Over time, she realizes it's not about solving a puzzle to get off the train, it's about facing herself. The number on her hand, it doesn't drop when she outsmarts the system, but when she softens her heart, when she forgives and begins to heal. It's a powerful metaphor for the emotional baggage that we all carry, and how we progress in life. It often comes not through force, but through surrender, humility, and transformation. Early in Book 1, we meet Cat, referred to as, well, the cat. This character appears to always be the one to make a deal, but is secretly working for the person known as the Conductor. When Tulip meets the cat, it is for a quick solution to have the Conductor act as a shortcut to get off the train, and that to her normal life. But after the deal goes awry, Tulip then realizes that there is no shortcut to this journey. We also see that cat again in what I would call the memories room, what I alluded to earlier, and it is designed for people to get stuck in their memories. And this train car is the focus of episode 5, and it's one of the more emotional episodes. The primary goal of the cat in this episode is to get Tulip to stay stuck, or rather complacent in the memories of her past and how she perceives them. And that got me to thinking, how often do we sit in the past because it feels safer than walking out into the unknown? That's what this room of memories represents. It's a spiritual metaphor for the lies we tell ourselves to avoid the hard work of healing. It's a comfort trap, and Tulip almost falls into it. But something changes. She realizes that she doesn't want to stay in the past. She wants to grow, even if it hurts. A moment later in the same scene, Tulip walks through her memories as they actually played out with the breakdown of her family and reliving the pain that she thought she could bury. How many of us are walking through life with unhealed wounds? Psalm 34:18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." And at times, healing isn't flashy or a big show. It's quiet, it's slow, it's internal. We keep hearing about this person called the Conductor. When we first meet them, I was a bit confused. I thought this was an actual person rather than a robot. But in the final few episodes, we are shown a flashback of another person who is also going through a journey on the Infinity Train. The person in the flashbacks is the one posing as the Conductor, named Amelia. Amelia is a woman also struggling to heal, but instead from the fallout of divorce, it is due to the loss of a spouse. Eventually, Tulip meets Amelia, and at first, Amelia is the villain, but then you realize she's also broken too. She's trying to rewrite her past. She wants to use the train to undo her loss. But healing doesn't come from rewriting the story. It comes from accepting and moving forward. We read in Isaiah 43:2, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you." God doesn't promise we'll skip the hard stuff, but He does promise that He'll be present in it. Season 1 of Infinity Train is all about healing from grief. And here's why this show matters for us. We all had a train that we're on. We all had a sequence of moments, choices, and challenges that are trying to form us. The question is, will we face them or will we run? One of the most powerful things about Infinity Train is that it's not a straight line from point A to point B to point C. It's a maze of moments. And healing is the same way. It's not linear. We don't go from pain to peace in a straight shot. You detour, you repeat lessons, you fall back, and you get up again. And each time Tulip stepped into a new train car, she didn't know what she'd find. She had to trust that there was meaning in the mess, and that's faith. Hebrews 11:1 says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see." And Tulip couldn't see the end of her journey, but she kept going. If you're someone who feels like they're stuck on their own Infinity Train, I just want to encourage you to keep moving forward. The breakthrough might not be the next train car, but it could be the one after that. And think about this. Maybe your healing isn't just for you. Maybe, like Tulip, your story will become a map for someone else. Maybe today you don't see the end of your own struggle. Perhaps you're in the train car with all your memories, tempted to stay stuck in the past and holding on and reliving that old pain that you're carrying. But remember, every train car has a door, and every step forward is an act of courage. So let God write the next episode of the infinity train that you may be on. Step into the next train car and let the number that's imprinted on your hand drop as you experience breakthrough. Well, that'll do it for this episode. If this resonated with you in any way, or if you like this video, let me know in the comments. Share it with a friend. Also, be sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and ring the bell for notifications so that you are notified every time I upload a new video. And until next time, stay hopeful and stay animated.